Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. So, Coffee with Groomers, episode 3. And we actually have coffee today, which is a real treat. Cheers. There's no coffee cheers things there.
No, there should be. We should make it up. Where does coffee come from?
All over the world.
Where was it first discovered?
I don't know, actually.
Is it like... I don't know.
South America? Probably South America.
Ecuador?
Yeah.
Something like that?
No, I mean, I was going to say
you trying to say
Costa Rica?
Costa Rica, yeah? Costa Rica's a good place.
Yeah.
I always get worried about saying the wrong thing.
We put a timer on. What time did you do? That worked well last time.
We did something around like 15 minutes and
I can give you 20
4
minutes.
seconds.
Should we do 20 minutes today?
Shall we? Yeah.
That'll take us to 1:15. Take us to 1:15, and then we've got time to do Riley still as well.
Awesome.
Cool. Timer is set. We've got 20 minutes. We're 19 minutes, 51 seconds. I'm on the screen. Abby, this is Abby over here. So Abby, do you want to introduce yourself a little bit?
Yeah.
I'm Abby.
I'm Abby.
This is your first coffee with Groomers.
First coffee with Groomers.
This is Riley.
Riley.
Hasn't been
I
here
don't
yet.
know what do you want to say. Just like...
So, what's your name? Where you come from? That's all good. I'll ask you questions.
Yeah, ask me questions. I'm not very good at talking about myself.
I have a title idea for this video. The title idea for this video is a little bit clickbaity. It's why you should trust your groomer.
Ooh. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think that's quite a good question. Because I was speaking to Amelia the other day and we were saying, actually, we probably wouldn't send our dog to any other groomer because we wouldn't trust them. Which sounds terrible, but if we think that, then most other people think that.
Yeah.
I think we're quite lucky because we know you guys and that's why Ruby comes here. But how would we know how to pick a groomer and why we should pick one and why we should trust them? Are there signs? Are there training things we should look for? What are good instincts or good signs? I don't know, like the whole process of what makes you trust a groomer, first of all.
I mean, I guess like when you put it in basic terms, it's like sometimes it's like choosing a nursery for your kid, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like choosing a school for your kid. Like how do you go about finding out that it's a good school, that your teachers are qualified, they're nice to students, that kind of thing. And I guess like on the basics, a lot of it's word of mouth.
Yeah.
We find out of all the advertising we do, word of mouth is probably
The biggest referrer.
Yeah.
So word of mouth refers people.
Yeah.
What do you reckon the first worry is for people that when they're looking for a groomer, what do you think they're worried about?
They're going to clip their dog off short. Or if they're nervous, they don't think you're going to...
The dog or the person?
Well, both.
There's a knock at the door. I'm going to pause it for a second. You can keep talking.
I hate when it's like, hi, Mappy.
Your socks are cute.
Huh?
Your socks are really cute.
Oh my god, do you know what? They were my dad's for Christmas and he didn't want them, so I
They're adorable.
They're from French Grey.
Are they? They're so cute.
I was like, well...
Riley, is this? Riley?
My dad didn't like them because I got my granddad the same pair and he got me upset I got him and my granddad the same present.
Why?
I don't know. But my dad would wear socks like this, so I thought,
Riley,
well, Dad,
they're really cute. I'll have to go and get some.
and they're bamboo.
Are they?
Yeah.
Ryle?
Well, they're bloody £6, so I'm not having them.
Yeah.
Someone's got to wear them.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? I found Hannah bought me a pair of like bamboo mushroom socks from the market. They cost like £8. I was going through bloody Temu. They're on Temu for 86p, and I thought I'm going to buy them from there.
Yeah,
That's
literally
insane.
may as well.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Parcel. 2 eggs.
Oh, nice.
Can we pause it?
Essential.
We could get what's the gang still.
Is it still going?
Still going.
Oh, crikey. Oh, no. Right, okay.
Oh, no.
We were talking about socks.
Yeah.
That's alright, what about socks?
They're my doggy socks.
There you go, that's
I
appropriate.
got them from my dad, but he didn't want them. So I bought
Do you
them.
want to show the camera?
Yeah, I can't show that. They're little bamboo socks.
They're pretty cool bamboo as well.
Yeah, for French Grey.
Nice.
Yeah, well, my dad was upset. I got my granddad the same present.
Oh.
So he was like...
Your
he
granddad
didn't-
liked them.
Well, I don't know, but he didn't give them back, so...
He didn't give them back, it's a good sign.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dog socks, Jordan.
Huh?
That's a sign you should trust your groomer, wearing dog socks.
Yeah, that is. And I wore French
I've actually got odd
ones.
socks. And I'm really sorry, my shoes are upstairs drying because they got really muddy after walking Riley.
So trusting groomers. So the trust process, how you can trust someone.
Oh yeah,
Clipping
so if the dog's like anxious, they really worry that someone's not going to understand them and they're going to think they're naughty or
Yeah.
not take, but then also they're anxious as well. So
The person's anxious.
both are anxious, but they're anxious that you're the dog's anxious.
Yeah.
Well, it's a whole nother situation. I guess,
It
feeding a
is.
dog,
It is
'cause
scary. And
dogs
like
are
you said, it's
babies.
like your children leaving a child at a new school or something.
Yeah, or like a new friend's house. Whatever.
Yeah.
How do you know you don't trust a friend? I mean, the most popular comments we get when people start new is, not many people ask if we're qualified. Which
No.
no,
No
I've
one
never had-
ever asked that
Do you
question.
I've
think
never
people
had
know?
one
Do you
person
think
ever.
people know there's qualifications or not?
No, I
No,
don't
I don't
think
think
they
so.
do.
I think a lot of people think it's work based, like that you just need that work experience.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
I've been asked like if I've groomed a certain dog. Like
Yeah.
the Schnauzer, like, have you groomed a Schnauzer before? Yes.
Yes.
But that's because they're such a
Specific dog, yeah.
groom. But yeah, no one's ever asked
No.
any questions like that really, like if I'm insured, which I
Yeah.
am.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Well, that's
It
the
is-
thing. So that's, I guess, it's sussing out a place to work out what their level of insurance is, what their qualifications is,
Yeah.
and I guess the bigger establishments, like, this is just my thought process. Somewhere like, I know it's not a good experience, but like Pets at Home, those big Dogwood, is it Dogwood?
Dogwood, yeah.
Dogwood?
Yeah.
You would
yeah.
assume that they've got certain qualifications for their staff to work there. Is that right or not?
I think you would, yeah, because it's such a big name that it's being carried under.
But I could be completely wrong.
But then I
I
don't
think they
think
do in-house training.
In-house training.
So I don't know if
they
it's-
do.
You've got like the two governing bodies for dog grooming, which is iPet Network or City and Guilds, and they're like the most recognised
I don't
qualification.
but Pets at Home, I don't think that's not sitting guilds. I think
No,
it's just
it's literally in-house.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so they'll have like their supervising manager that will train. I don't know if it's their apprentice or they're just called trainees. It could be totally wrong. Correct us if they are.
So that's an independent, not independent, that's in-house rather than independent qualification.
Yeah. Do you want me to take the ear off Riley because he's quite noisy?
That's alright, I think it should be fine.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Cool.
Well, he's having his coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just joining you guys.
It's a freeze-dried coffee, which is a bit
Will be
crunchy.
gone soon.
But
There you go, that's a
Yeah.
good. That's a good one. A meaty cow ear can last how long for a coffee?
okay, he's doing
Yeah,
quite well.
He's had it for at least
Yeah,
10 minutes so far.
gone.
Yeah,
That was Millie.
and he's a big Labrador, so get your dogs loads.
Sorry. Yeah.
No, I was gonna say, I've heard, I don't know if it's been talked for ages, that they are going to bring out a thing that to be a groomer you have to be qualified, because there's
Okay.
quite a lot of groomers I know
Yep.
that are amazing groomers, but they've been taught it, so they've not actually got a qualification. I don't know if it will ever become a thing, but there has been talks in the pipeline for a long time.
Like DEFRA and like the government. Or...
Yeah, like they're
Yeah.
gonna say
That's good.
it's gonna
That's
have to
really
be
good.
you're gonna have to be qualified, because
Yeah.
it's like a hairdresser and anything
Yeah.
like that. They're all qualified.
Yeah, and I mean, when you put it into like very basic terms, you are grooming a live, unpredictable animal using sharp tools.
Yeah.
Anything can happen, and I think it's so important to ensure that whoever's doing it has the training to watch out for their body language,
Yeah.
like to understand health complications, ways of handling as well. Like we always hear horror stories online or whatever of these like really fatal accidents happening in salons, which is terrifying. And I guess it makes you wonder how many of these accidents are being caused by people that maybe don't have that training or that recognition and what to
Yeah.
look out for.
That's not to say someone who's got lots of experience isn't good enough
Exactly.
to groom a dog
Yeah.
there, yeah.
Yeah,
But I guess it's a nice, simple line in the sand where I can say, like, I've done this level of experience, I've passed these qualifications, which gives me the basics that
yeah,
you'd expect from someone.
yeah.
And everything else over and above is great as well, but
Yeah, because I mean, it'll even be stuff like properly cleaning your equipment and making sure everything's sanitary and disinfected. I mean, when you don't do that kind of stuff, like all it takes is for a dog to come in with dodgy skin and or something going on, and you can pass that to every single one of your clients
Yeah.
until you finally come to clean your equipment.
without realising that's what's causing it, then no one
Yeah.
would connect that either, probably.
Yeah, yeah,
Also, I think it's as well. I think there's a lot of like old school groomers that obviously there's loads of different ways you can be taught, and not everyone has their own way. But I find there's a lot of old school that don't realise that things have changed.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
it's good if they are qualified, because they're kind of keeping in time with like what's now.
What's
Yeah.
recognised now. It's
Yeah.
like dog training as well. The dog training courses, anyone can be a dog trainer,
Yeah.
but there's like the old traditional approach, which I'm not saying it doesn't work, but there's a friendlier way of doing it,
Yeah.
which is what we push for. I guess it's the same thing in grooming, right? I guess
Yeah.
it's a kinder approach, a gentler approach, and that's something, again, I'm sure every dog owner would want that for their dog, but wouldn't realise there's different approaches to it.
Yeah.
And it's then knowing how to spot that or not spot that, I guess.
Yeah. One thing that I really do think helps as well is having a consultation with your groomer before you book in for the full groom.
Yeah.
It's something Amelia came up with for here, and I never thought about it, and it's been great. It's been so good. You know, I think it really puts owners and the dogs at ease, particularly if they're nervous, to come in for a 10-15 minute chat, get to know us, we give them treats, give them some love, like the dogs, not the owners. I knew you were going to say that, I could feel it.
What do you do for the owners?
Well, I mean, there's
It's an extra special Tetbury Pet Shop thing.
You look on our website, it's under extras. But I do think that really helps to put their minds at ease, and also gives you a really good opportunity to discuss things with your groomer to make sure that person's the right person for you.
Yeah.
We'd never be offended if someone came in for consultation and they said, look, to be honest with you, that's not really what I was thinking, or whatever.
Yeah.
That's totally cool. Like, you've got to do what's best for you and what's best for your dog, and I guess that's
it's giving people the opportunity to be able to talk that through it as well.
Yeah.
Rather than, I guess it's the same thing with hair. I wonder how much it happens with dog grooming. It happens a lot with hairdressers where someone will go for a haircut, they hate it. They'll say, oh, thank you so much, I love it. And then go to another hairdresser's the next day or something.
Yeah.
I'm sure that does happen.
It probably does happen,
So that consultation hopefully can help alleviate that problem.
Yeah. And you know, we always say to owners as well, like, especially if they come on their first time, if they don't really know what length they want or what style they want, we'll say, right, well, we'll do X because we think that'll suit the dog, suit what you do, suit their coat type. And then next time you come in, like we always say, just be brutally honest with us.
Yeah.
We don't mind. We want everyone to be happy at the end of the day.
There's always that interpretation of what people are communicating as well.
And we want people to feel secure enough in us that they can say, oh, actually, I'd really like the ears to be a bit shorter or a bit longer, or like I'd like slightly fluffier legs, or actually I'd like it shorter all over. Like, please tell
oh
us.
my god, that's so short.
Sometimes it's really hard to kind of know what length. So I always say, I'll do I think you want, and then we can work from that next if you want different. There was something else I was going to say, and I completely forgot.
It'll come back.
Oh yeah, no, I say like if someone's come come from another groomer, like move to the area, I'd always ask if they have a photo as well of what it looks like before, because it's good. We can kind of guess what length they've been on if I can see a photo, what they normally look like, so you know what they're expecting. So I think that always helps if they do have.
Do people ever come with like a dream photo, like I want my dog to look like this?
Yes. And sometimes it's a completely different breed.
Really?
Yeah, it's like your dog's not completely different coat type. I'm really sorry.
I had a lady that had what was she? She was like a little Maltese cross. Had quite the drop coat, which basically just means that her coat has no like sticking up power to it. And she came in and she had this photo of this really cute like Asian fusion groomed poodle, which is the big pom-pom head, big pom-pom ears, cute little round face. And I just had to say to her, I'm so sorry, I literally can't do this on your dog unless I put in hairspray, gel, like God knows what else to it. And she was like, actually, now you said that, that's a really good point.
I had the exact
so
same
sorry,
breed. I had the exact, I had that. Remember when I was doing that little Maltese?
Oh God, yes.
And that was more of a drop coat, and she sent me a photo of more of a fluffier, not so much Asian fusion, but still fluffier. And I thought, I can't make miracles happen, unfortunately. I can't change the coat type. But it was funny. She understood after. I said, okay, fair.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I guess we are always honest with the owners, but we never do it in a rude way. We're not, you know, you hear about some people that've been like, oh, I was really scared off because they're a bit too blunt or whatever with me, which you don't know the circumstance. We never judge. We'll never go like, oh gosh, I can't believe that happened. But we do have like a open table.
It is quite funny when we get customers come in, they're like, my old groomer like completely shaved my dog off and all this, and we're like, okay, you have to kind of like not judge, because you don't want to. The dog might be matted and you just don't know what. You
give them a feel over and you go, oh, were they a little bit naughty? And then they'll go, only a little bit. you know in your head that's like, they were matted. But all it takes is education. Instead of like, I don't know, not harassing. Instead of
don't harass customers.
No, we don't. Instead of like really going full guns blazing at customers when their dogs are matted, like we take it as an opportunity to try and educate them instead. So we'll be like, this does happen. I can see you've been brushing the top coat, but you really need to get a comb. Like, it's all a learning curve. Dog coats are quite hard to manage. Especially
do you think it's a case of people have this idea that they don't know the dog's matted, they don't know the dog needs a certain type of grooming, and they'll go from groomer to groomer to groomer, thinking they want this fluffy little thing, but they're not looking after it, and they think each person groomer is just shaving it, and that's not what they want.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
How do you think you could combat that?
Oh, I don't know if they've gone for that many groomers. It's probably quite difficult.
Have a little pray. I mean, I guess.
Can I just explain to them that the dog needs brushing? Like, because I don't think they realise how often at home you need to brush the dog.
Yeah.
So like I said, every day. If it's coming in that matted constantly, I say every day, every other day, at least. Like, no more than no
Then
less
get a
than that.
comb. And then
Get a comb. I always say get a comb. Yeah.
And then you go through. When you towel dry them, do you
That's only for
scrub
longer
dry?
coat, right? For combs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you can use them on Labradors. Like if you've got more of a show coated Labrador or that kind of thing where it's just a bit thicker, you can use a comb, especially towards their the backs of their legs, and where you get that real compact coat. It does help.
I think they quite like it as well.
Yeah.
I haven't got a comb, but
How often do you brush your dogs?
Every day.
Not dogs here.
Really?
We're getting called out on it. We have short coated.
Yeah.
How often should you brush your short coated dog?
That is actually a good question. I don't really know.
They recommend when it comes to generally bathing, they say that short coats should be bathed every 6 to 8 weeks, and long coats you can stretch it a bit longer. Like obviously if you're brushing them, they're not getting professionally groomed. So I'd probably say with short coats, once a week.
And how long is that? That's like a good session of brushing.
Yeah, good.
To be fair, yeah, like obviously Millie, my dog, she sheds quite a lot, so I should probably be doing it more often, so it reduces her shedding.
Yeah.
By just doing.
So that's the perfect example. Like you guys know exactly what you should be doing.
But this is why we have short coated breeds, because we do it all day. We don't want to do it at home.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, my wife keeps saying, when are we getting a poodle? When are we getting a poodle? And I keep saying, when you start brushing them. That is
To be fair,
I mean, get a poodle.
I am planning on getting a poodle.
You are?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What colour?
7 fall off.
I'm a black. Yeah. To be fair, with nose to tail, 7F every time. No. I'm gonna go black or black and tan.
Okay.
Because I want to do like grooming competitions.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not anytime soon, but yeah. So I need to start brushing.
Start
Luke
brushing.
Luke said I'm not allowed to bring one home, but I'm gonna bring one home anyway.
Just do it, see what happens.
He'll fall in love with it.
Yeah.
Okay, so going back to my title, why you should trust your groomer.
Yeah.
What are the signs?
I think the dog's behaviour around the groomer, like people.
That's interesting. So I can jump in there. So I see it a lot when a dog comes in first time. Dogs will always play up to their owners,
Oh, always.
but that's not the dog being scared.
No. I think when you think about it, how often in your dog's life do you take them somewhere, leave them for 2 hours and then come back? When you think about it, you actually don't. So when you do it, the dog's a bit like, hang on, what's going on? Where are you going? But the amount of times where the dog will be like, no mum, I can't go with them, I'm not doing it, I'm not doing it, and they'll sit down, they'll be like, no, not doing it. As soon as we say to you, like, quite politely, like, oh, if you just go around the corner, out the door, like, they will come upstairs.
It's so
The
funny.
amount of dogs that will watch you walk out the door
And they just
look at us, wag their tail and go, come on then, let's go upstairs. And you're literally like,
It
why?
is
Why?
hilarious.
Yeah.
But I guess it's also when you come to pick your dog up, it's how they are. Like you can tell quite obviously if your dog's had a really troubling time.
Yeah.
Whether they're still coming up to us even when their owners are present.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess it's also when you meet your groomer, like you can tell quite soon
Yeah.
if they're your kind of person or not.
Yeah. What would be signs that you go somewhere, and this is something you can do and you should do, if you go somewhere and you don't feel comfortable, what do you think would be signs? I'm immediately thinking like the groom not showing you the groom room.
Yeah. Yeah.
Asking to see the groom room. Like I think in restaurants you're allowed to ask to see the kitchen anywhere you go.
Yeah, well you always want to see that food hygiene thing.
I do. Yeah, food hygiene. I do always want to say.
So that should be like if you maybe let's create like a 5-point checklist of things you do. So if you can ask to see the groom room.
So
and
what was
it's
the
saying
question?
no,
So if
signs that you shouldn't go to that groom. This sounds awful. But yeah, like a red flag checklist.
Okay.
Ask to see the groomer. If you're unsure and you're going to, okay, this is my advice. If you're unsure and you're going to a new groomers, here are 5 things you should do.
Yeah.
This is going to be a little clip of short and everything. I'm going to start again. If you're going to a new groom room, here are 5 things that you should check for. 1.
Yeah. Can you see the salon?
Can you see the salon and the groom room that you're going to go into? 2.
are they qualified?
3.
Yeah. what experience do they have? Because they could be qualified, but they could have no
A weak
experience,
experience.
which isn't bad.
No.
But if you've got a more troubling dog, anxious dog, bye.
4 and 5 still.
Yeah, just checking their experience. Have you seen their other work? That kind of thing.
4.
What like drying equipment they have, because some people are really skeptical of the drying cabinets.
What are drying cabinets?
So they put the dog in a cabinet, shut it, and it's just blows up from the bottom. So basically putting them in. And it is honestly, and some people use them, and I know some people that use them. I personally wouldn't use them. I don't like the idea.
I've used them in the past, but
I just don't like the idea. You put them shutting in that.
No dog ovens.
No dog ovens.
And also on that, no stand dryers pointed at cages, because you always hear about horror stories.
Maybe a cage-free policy?
If your dog's not crate trained, absolutely, because that's just one more stress they could do without.
Yeah, I'm not sweet against.
Wait, no stealing.
No, it's your go. I done
so that was number 1, asked to see the groom room. Number 2, qualified. Number 3,
experience.
Number 4,
no
ovens or grooming cabinets.
Yeah.
5,
oh right.
Are they putting your dog in a crate and putting the dryer on them?
Yeah.
So they're gentle approach, the kindness.
Yeah.
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 But I think you'll sussle it out if you see the groomer as well, because you'll see what equipment they have.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I think that's pretty good. So, speaking of that note, Ray, should we put you in our grooming oven?
Yeah.
Thank you for watching our Coffee with Groomers. That was really fun. Did you enjoy that?
Yeah,
Was it nerve-wracking?
Keep going.
I think we're going to cut the time, otherwise we'll just keep on going for ages. It'll be so much waffle. Amelia keeps telling me I'm waffling too much. Thank you for watching. We'll try and get some shorts out of this as well. If you haven't liked us, please like this video. It makes a huge difference. Otherwise, just like the video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and then we'll do another video. We're going to try and we've created a schedule, so we're trying to be more organised so we can keep doing these on a more consistent basis, and we'll see you on the next video, which will be very soon. We're about to go and do a live TikTok groom with Riley.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll see you soon.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.